This is exactly right.
The best time to think about home security is before you need it.
That's exactly why there's Simply Safe.
Traditional home security only alerts you after a break-in has already happened, and that's too late. Simply Safe is changing that.
Simply Safe's US-based live agents identify threats on your property and help deter them so intruders never get to your house.
The system is customizable so you can build one that fits your home and your specific needs.
The 24/7 professional monitoring is effective and affordable and won't lock you into a long-term contract.
I think that's what's so scary for so many people is that long-term contract. And like, what if it turns out you don't like it or need it, but they don't have that because they know you'll like it and you'll know that you need it and feel so much safer when you have it. Like at this point in my life, I would never go without a security system on my house. I just feel safer with actually having Simply Safe around.
There's a whole staff at Simply Safe that's waiting to talk to you and help you out. Right now, you can get 50% off your new system by visiting simplysafe.com/MFM.
That's half off at simplysafe.com/MFM.
There's no safe like Simply Safe.
Goodbye.
Get into the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event and get away with a deal so right, it almost feels wrong.
Right now, you can get great deals on Hyundai's most popular models,
including the adventure-ready SUVs like the Hyundai Santa Fe or Santa Fe Hybrid and the Tucson or Tucson Hybrid.
Plus, there's the bold and stylish Elantra loaded with the latest tech.
Or go all-electric with the Ioniq 5 or the Ioniq 9.
So get down to your local Hyundai dealer and get away with a deal you'll love during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event.
Visit HyundaiUSA.com for details.
Goodbye. Chief Caribbean's Jet Set July sale is here.
Right now, save $200 on vacation packages of 4 nights or more with promo code 200BEACH.
Whether you're dreaming of Cancun, Jamaica, or the Dominican Republic, your next vacay just got more affordable.
Don't let summer pass you by without the beach.
Use promo code 200BEACH and get more sand for your dollar.
Head to cheapcaribbean.com today to book your beach vacay.
Goodbye.
Hello. And welcome to the Minisode.
It's where we read your stuff back to you. Sometimes it's hometown murders. Lately, it's not.
Of my favorite murder.
Oops.
This is how we do it. This is how we do it.
So we're going to be in New York and Brooklyn or Manhattan and Brooklyn and Boston-y-ish for a tour. So here's some hometowns from there.
Thank you, Georgia.
Take it away.
This one made me laugh so hard. Okay. The subject line is, my husband found a hand in the Gowanus Canal on the 4th of July.
Love it already.
In parentheses, lighthearted.
Love that.
Dear MFM family, a few years ago, my husband and I were visiting friends in Brooklyn for the 4th of July. As my husband and his friend were walking over the Gowanus Canal on their way to get groceries, his friend started telling him about the cesspool that is the Gowanus Canal.
I don't even know it.
Our friend explained that it was the most polluted waterway in the country, with numerous instances of waste, raw sewage, and human bodies being dumped in the canal.
Shit.
As they got about halfway across, my husband, an internal medicine doctor, that seems made up, said, "Dude, is that a hand?"
Oh my God.
They looked down and into the bubbling water.
Ew.
And they saw the fingertips from a hand bobbing in the water, looking like it was trying to climb out.
Oh my God.
Being the calm men that they were, they started freaking the fuck out and calling all the authorities they could think of: 911, fire department, local police precinct,
yes.
Coast Guard. Being that it was the 4th of July, by the time the numerous authorities arrived, quite a crowd had gathered. The various departments roped off everything and then consulted with my husband and his friend and each other. Then the one who clearly was in charge, I picture him as Andy Sipowicz, said, "Yep, we got a hand right there." And then he turned to the department rookie, patted him on the back and said, "You, my friend, are suiting up." The rookie got into his wetsuit and slowly made his way into the canal, clearly not happy to be swimming in the water that had gonorrhea in it. Ew. He swam for a bit, using a pole to try and retrieve the body. After a few minutes of poking and pulling, a mannequin arm shoots 20 feet in the air. No! All the officers groan and start to head on to more urgent crimes. Sipowicz pats my husband on the back and says, "Don't worry about it. We had nothing to do today anyway." The next day, we found the rest of our Vic at the Brooklyn flea market, where someone was selling a mannequin that was missing one arm.
What?
Picture attached.
Steven was fucking with the, his thing, meaning I knew we had a photo, but before I knew it was a mannequin, and I was like, I don't want to see a hand in a fucking thing.
Look at those two hot bitches holding that hand.
Oh yeah, honey.
Hi guys.
Good job.
I fully realize I'm throwing my husband under the bus with this story, but that's what you get when you think you found a dead body and you don't call your murdering wife to come and watch.
Right.
That's hilarious. Stay sexy and don't go swimming in the Gowanus Canal, Melissa.
Oh my gosh. Let's
Love
go
that.
swimming in the Gowanus Canal this weekend. That's amazing.
That's a good one.
Okay. This one's called NYC, found in wall/murder closet.
Yes.
It says, this is how she opens it. You guys. That's great. All right. You guys. Back in February of this year, I made some big girl moves and bought an apartment. It is tiny. It's built in the 1950s, hadn't been renovated since the late 1970s. Well, that sounds amazing. When I bought it, my family would joke either one of the previous owners had bodies hidden on the walls, or it was used to shoot porn.
Oh.
They had covered all the walls in brick paneling, random floor tile, wood paneling, and awful wallpaper, and had also covered the near perfect wood floors and beige carpeting.
Yes.
Needless to say, it needed a ton of work. While working on renovations in the apartment one weekend, my mother and I had gotten to work on the hall closets that had been lined with brick-themed contact paper.
Yeah, I've seen that shit.
Floored with parquet linoleum.
Yes.
No joke. My fucking style.
What's parquet mean?
I think it's just shitty plasticky that, it's like tiles, but it's like plastic tiles.
Oh, yes.
So it looks like tiles.
Okay, got it.
But it's not tiles. As I pulled some of the linoleum up in the closet, it's hard to say, I was working and I saw something small and silver roll out from under the molding wall and into the middle of the closet. At first, I thought nothing of it and went to keep peeling, but then shortly realized, all caps, it's a goddamn bullet casing that had just rolled out of my apartment wall.
Fuck.
Of course, I picked it up right away. And then she writes, but why? To show my mother. And she just said, that's weird. Throw it in the garbage. I don't know why she's from Wisconsin or something. And continued peeling the linoleum from her closet. I almost took her advice, but then noticed the big brown/red stain on the floor where the bullet had rolled earlier. My mother still could not care less, so I took a picture to send to everyone I knew and asked their advice. They all said I should call the police, not involve the super in case he was involved, and sell the apartment immediately since it was probably haunted. In the end, I did not tell the super. I did not sell the apartment, but I left a non-emergency voicemail at my local NYPD precinct. They never called me back, but then I had a friend with a hookup look up my address and said there had been no crimes reported for my apartment during the past 10 years, and the stain in the picture I had sent them probably wasn't blood. Yeah, right. I'm not 100% sure I believe them, but I haven't been able to find any proof that something violent did happen in my tiny apartment, and I have lovingly named the ghost who mysteriously moved a can of coconut oil across my kitchen counter, Salvatore.
Oh, shit.
I still have the bullet, and people have suggested making either a nice wall plaque for it or to make a piece of jewelry. I can't wait to see you guys in Brooklyn on the 5th. Love you all. SSDGM, and stay out of the murder closet. Chelsea.
Chelsea, you've made a terrible error. I can't believe, first of all, saying there's no overt evidence of something violent happening, and yet you already named that there's 17 layers of shit, wallpaper and paneling and stuff all over the walls. Like, how would you know until you pull some stuff down?
Here's the thing. If there's still a blood stain in a shell casing, that means they never told the cops about the violent, crazy thing that happened there. It does, you know what I mean? Like,
there would be no report.
There is no record of it because they put
secret
vinyl fucking sighting on it.
It's a closet secret. What are you doing?
Move out. I bet you could sell it for so much more now.
But you know what's very funny about both of those stories is like the NYC police are just like, that call comes and they're just like, yeah, delete.
You know, every morning they get in, there's 500 voicemails.
Men's. And some of them are just screaming. Okay, I like this one. The subject line is murders and treasure.
Cute.
Dear Karen, Georgia, and Steven, I've lived in Greenpoint, Brooklyn for 30 years.
Oh, shit.
It's always been pretty safe. The worst things ever to happen here are usually accidents, with the exceptions, being homeless guys getting attacked and one guy being found buried under a pile of Christmas trees and leaves with an eye missing 1 year. That's horrifying.
Jesus.
I did find lots of treasure, though, since the neighborhood is so old. Apparently, even the entirety of McGinnis Boulevard, which connects us to Manhattan and downtown Brooklyn, was once a row of houses that were demolished and just built over. So all of the basements are still intact under the roads. Thousands of rats would live down there for decades and eventually started hanging out in the trees in the park by my house at night.
God, rat trees.
Rat trees,
like
dude.
rat trees.
Rat tree. You're just strolling along, whistling, because you're always whistling in the park at night, and then boom, there's a rat just hits your shoulder.
I don't want rats to live in trees.
I mean, it's just a reality that we have to face as new New Yorkers. People finally wanted to get rid of them once they started showing up in the park. I forget how, but they finally got rid of them somehow in the 30s.
I bet it wasn't clean. I bet it wasn't a good one. I bet it had to do with bats that had nails taped to the end of the bats.
I bet it was a bloody mafia hit.
Yeah.
I also found massive trash bags full of Misty brand cigarettes in a chain link enclosure in the park when I was 11 or 12 years old.
Find.
Maybe it was a drop-off. I still have no idea, but my friend and I each dragged an entire trash bag through the park into the playground and presented our discoveries to our parents. My mother scolded us and told me to put it back.
Oh my God.
My friend's mom yelled at him to quickly fetch his brother, and they promptly left the park for 2 weeks with both bags in their possession.
Holy shit.
They're like, get those cigarettes, get them down into the basement.
Get them, your uncles will sell these.
I found an old sword once. I used it as a baseball bat. I used it as a baseball bat to strike a volleyball, and the blade flew off the hilt and whizzed right past my friend's face.
Oh my God.
Nothing found in any walls, but my fire escape does have a sign that reads, anyone placing an encumbrance shall be fined $10.
Very cute.
And the original hallway door said, no beggars or peddlers allowed, until it was replaced a week ago. Aww. Not sure if any of these stories are interesting enough, but I'm a big fan, and MFM is the one podcast I replay over and over once I've listened to everything that week. Michael,
what a great... No, that's exactly the kind of story we want.
I thought bags of cigarettes?
Bags of cigarettes.
Sign me up.
Dude.
I love it.
Where, what, all of it. I want to know everything.
Also, I wonder if this, I am fascinated. There was a neighborhood, and I don't know where I was. I just know that it was 6 a.m. one morning and I was on my way to the airport. I've probably told you the story already, but I was on my way to O'Hare, and the cab driver didn't want to get on the freeway. I'm sure it was Monday morning or Sunday morning. So he was trying to avoid the traffic. So he took surface streets a lot of the way there.
They do that. You see the coolest fucking houses.
You see the coolest neighborhoods. And at one point we drove down the street and I was looking up the side streets, and as I was looking, and the neighborhood was getting kind of worse and worse, and the houses were getting more run down. It looked, some of these streets looked maybe abandoned, or I couldn't tell what was going on. And as we passed one street, a pack of like 30 stray dogs came around a corner and was running up the street.
Holy shit.
And it was like a 5-second movie. Like I saw it and then we were past it and the view was blocked.
Man, New York's the coolest fucking place.
It's the coolest fucking place you can go.
Though even the houses are, from every time that happens to me, I'm just like staring out the window because it's so New York.
Yes.
It's like exactly what you picture New York to be like as a kid.
Yes.
And it's exactly what it's like.
It's the funniest thing is California is so, comparatively really spread out, and like houses are very
new. Everything's new.
Everything's new. It's separate. It's set away from the road. New York, you walk down the street and can look into people's apartment windows.
Yeah.
It's my favorite.
It's the best. Okay. I'm not going to tell you the name of this one.
Okay.
Hi, Karen, Georgia, Stephen, and pets. First off, love you all and love the podcast and the mental health work you do. Thank you. Recently I was having dinner with my parents and I was talking about my obsession with true crime. My mom blurted out, haven't you heard about the time your dad slept in blank's bed? I'm not going to tell you what it is. Now, my dad is a small town military Republican. Insert eye roll here. Man, so you can only imagine the look on my face when she said this. My dad explained that in the early 80s, he was stationed in Germany working as a medic for the U.S. Army. When he got to his bunkmate started to tell him about how weird the guy was that used to stay in that bed. The overall vibe was that the guy was a complete weirdo, and let's just say no one was sad that he moved out. A few years later, my dad comes home and him and mom get married. One day he was is watching the news and he sees a familiar face. One of the commanders he worked with in Germany talking about Jeffrey Dahmer.
Oh.
Turns out my dad replaced Jeffrey Dahmer as a medic when he was discharged and took over his bunk.
Oh, no.
Can you fucking believe that? Wish I was going to see you in Medford, but unfortunately my sister bought tickets for her and her friend and didn't include me before you sold out. Sisters, am I right? SSDGM, Mel.
Oh my God.
So good.
That's, I mean, first of all, I was trying to guess and I thought it was going to be the guy that, in Chicago, that Richard Speck, that killed all
right.
those nursing students.
But this is the 80s. So then when did he kill people? He went home and killed people after this.
Yeah, I think it was in the 90s.
Yeah.
I think it was like 10 years later or so. But just that idea that was his bunk too.
And they were all like, the guy that just left was so fucking creepy. Like everyone knew.
Of course they did.
Yeah.
Support for today's episode comes from Square.
Nobody starts a business because they love payroll.
Or invoices. Or business.
And that's why they're Square.
Square brings your payments, inventory, scheduling, staff, online orders, and reporting together in one connected system.
You can take payments in person, online, or on the go and track sales and inventory in real time.
Instead of juggling a bunch of different apps, Square keeps everything connected behind the scenes so you're spending less time fixing problems.
Whether you're just getting started or growing your business, Square is designed to grow with you without complicated setup, contracts, or hidden fees.
If you're starting a business or running one that deserves better tools, Square helps you sell, manage, and grow without slowing down.
Right now, you can get up to $200 off Square hardware at square.com/go/MFM.
That's SQUARE.com/GO/MFM.
Run your business smarter with Square. Get started today.
Goodbye.
The Hulu original series Furious is coming to Hulu and Hulu on Disney Plus on July 27th.
From Liz Merriweather, the Emmy-nominated executive producer of Dying for Sex and The Dropout, comes a gripping psychological thriller.
Starring Emmy Rossum, Furious follows Alice Black, a rookie FBI agent on the hunt for Catherine, a mysterious and calculating female serial killer.
It's Alice's first case on the job, and she's already bitten off more than she can chew.
While Alice believes justice is achieved through law enforcement, Catherine has lost all faith in the legal system.
She's taken it upon herself to terrorize the rich and powerful men of New York in her pursuit of vengeance.
As Alice and Catherine's twisted game of cat and mouse unfolds, the lines between good and evil and right and wrong begin to blur.
With shocking crimes, tangled relationships, and secrets that change everything, Alice discovers there's a thin line between hunter and prey.
Watch the Hulu original series Furious on July 27th.
Streaming on Hulu and Hulu on Disney Plus for bundle subscribers. Terms apply.
Goodbye. In the summer, healthy habits are easy to keep. Until you leave the house.
You walk out the door, and the next thing you know, you're barefoot and feral in a gas station candy aisle.
That's why Kachava makes it easy to maintain your routines.
Kachava is an all-in-one nutrition shake, and now it comes in new travel packs.
Every packet gives you a simple shake with protein, fiber, vitamins and minerals, greens, probiotics, omegas, electrolytes, and more.
They're easy to toss into a bag, easy to take on the road, and a simple way to stick with your normal wellness habits, even when your schedule changes.
Man, that Kachava matcha in the individual packs is like my dream snack. It's exactly what I need and want in between the not great meals I'm eating for lunch and the snacks I would have had anyways that are terrible for me. Like, this is something I feel like I'm treating myself when I take.
You're treating yourself to vitamins, fiber, all these things that your body really wants and needs and kind of craves that it does seem like it takes a big effort to get. So now you're getting it all in one packet and in a little drink you like.
Take your daily ritual with you.
Go to Kachava.com and use code MFM for 15% off your first order.
That's Kachava, KACHAVA.com, code MFM.
Goodbye.
All right, the subject line of this is mid-90s. Hello, funny humans / adorable pets. I grew up in the not-so-scary suburb of Long Island in the mid-1990s. My sister got a college internship working at Disney World in Orlando, Florida. And we took alternating trips down to visit her. My father and then 13-year-old brother were away visiting her, and my mother and I, age 16, were home alone for the first time. To preface, we lived on a block designed with all the same ranch-style homes. But in the late 80s, my incredibly talented father spent his evenings savings building a 700 square foot extension on our home, which really made it stand out on the block.
Wow.
It was targeted for burglaries at least 3 times that I was aware of while we weren't home. They typically break in through the sliding glass door. And one time they broke a window. My father was super into the newest technology, so the house was always secured with the best alarm services offered at the time, and the burglar would normally trip the alarm and bail before getting away with anything. The extension was basically one great room, which we called the big room, with huge, lovely windows, a sliding glass door, and huge skylights on the pitched roof. It was a dream of natural light during the day, but left you feeling quite vulnerable at night. So my brother and father had been out of town for a couple days when my mom and I thought it would be a good idea to settle in for the night and watch the movie Seven together in the big room. The alarm wasn't set since we were at home, and around halfway through the movie, there was a strange knock at the door. Can you imagine? It had to be around 10 p.m. We both looked at each other like, this isn't right, and together walked upstairs to the front door. Sadly, it was one of those doors with no window, so we couldn't see who was on the stoop from the other windows of the house. So my mother cracked the door and was greeted by 2 large middle-aged men. One guy said, "Is your husband home?" And my mother very wisely said, "He's just out picking up our son. He'll be right back. Can I help you with something?" And then they said they'd wait to speak to him and just kind of stood there. My mom closed the door, locked it, ran downstairs to the nearest silent panic button provided by the alarm company. And by the time the police got there, they were gone.
What?
The next day, our neighbor who delivered our newspaper came to the door to collect the weekly fee, and we told her about the odd visit. She asked what they looked like, and she said that she had seen them for at least 2 nights sitting in their car on the block while she was delivering the papers at 4 a.m. So creepy. They clearly noticed that my father's car had been missing from the driveway for a couple days and were staking out the house for who knows what. Very Home Alone, if you ask me.
Yeah, that's exactly Home Alone.
That was in the email. Yeah. I'm so glad my mother, one tough lady born and raised in the Brooklyn projects, had the right instinct to only open the door a crack, lie about his whereabouts, and press that silent panic button. We called the police to relay what our newspaper lady said. They sent a patrol car to patrol the block for the next 2 nights while my father was still out of town. The men never came back, but I could never finish watching that movie, and still to this day haven't seen it all the way through.
Oh, it's so good. You have to watch it. There's a twist.
You have to watch it with an armed policeman sitting next to you.
That's right.
Ever since then, I've also had a hard time being in that room alone at night, I bet. And after moving out when I was 20, have been forced to sleep there on numerous occasions while visiting. It just gives me the creeps. SSDGM, set your house alarms and get a front door with a window. Suze.
Yeah, but if you have a window, then they can break it and just and then open the doorknob.
Not if there's bars.
That's right. Or a peephole. Something.
Yeah. Peepholes were probably better.
Peepholes. Let's go peepholes.
Peepholes, people.
That's the one.
And there it is.
And that's the tagline that we end on. Send us your stories at myfavoritemurder@gmail. Any fucking weird ghost. We haven't had a lot of good ghost stories lately. I feel
know.
Like.
We love them all.
Let's get some ghost stories.
Let's get some ghost stories going. All right. Stay sexy.
And don't get murdered.
Goodbye.
Elvis, do you want a cookie?
The best time to think about home security is before you need it.
That's exactly why they're Simply Safe.
Traditional home security only alerts you after a break-in has already happened, and that's too late. Simply Safe is changing that.
Simply Safe's US-based live agents identify threats on your property and help deter them so intruders never get to your house.
The system is customizable so you can build one that fits your home and your specific needs.
The 24/7 professional monitoring is effective and affordable and won't lock you into a long-term contract.
I think that's what's so scary for so many people is that long-term contract. And like, what if it turns out you don't like it or need it, but they don't have that because they know you'll like it and you'll know that you need it and feel so much safer when you have it. Like at this point in my life, I would never go without a security system on my house. I just feel safer with actually having Simply Safe around.
There's a whole staff at Simply Safe that's waiting to talk to you and help you out. Right now, you can get 50% off your new system by visiting simplysafe.com/MFM.
That's half off at simplysafe.com/MFM.
There's no safe like Simply Safe.
Goodbye. Cheap Caribbean's Jet Set July sale is here.
Right now, save $200 on vacation packages of 4 nights or more with promo code 200BEACH.
Whether you're dreaming of Cancun, Jamaica, or the Dominican Republic, your next vacay just got more affordable.
Don't let summer pass you by without the beach.
Use promo code 200BEACH and get more sand for your dollar.
Head to cheapcaribbean.com today to book your beach vacay.
Goodbye. Capture your favorite summer feeling with Pandora Jewelry.
Discover a collection inspired by the sunshine, freedom, and moments that make the season unforgettable.
From sun-kissed metals to personalized pieces ready to be engraved with your summer mantra.
Each design moves with you from beach days to golden nights and every memory in between.
Shop Pandora Jewelry's new summer collection in-store or online at pandora.net and let your summer unfold. Goodbye.